It wasn't so long ago that a guy from Dallas, Texas, called Alex Stein started showing up at city council meetings across Texas, but politicians never paid attention to him. He's a citizen, but they were not that interested, so he decided on a new approach. Alex Stein adopted the alter ego, primetime number 99 Alex Stein. He became a lot more voluble, and in the process showed us how unhinged our own leaders have become. Here, for example, is Alex Stein at a recent meeting of the Dallas City Council explaining why mandatory vaccinations are essential.
We got to mandate vaccines because right now I am losing housekeepers left and right because, listen, every time the service sends a housekeeper to my house and they test positive for coronavirus, I can't have them work around my kids. I have 2 trans kids in my house, both on puberty blockers, and you realize they are vulnerable. They're immunocompromised. We need more people vaccinated.
They thought that was real. Probably a compelling argument, actually. Then Stein went to Richardson, Texas, and tried to convince the city council to start World War III. Watch.
I'm a sergeant in the Ukrainian Foreign Legion, and I'm here today to recruit some of you to go fight in the war in World War III. When you join Ukraine's Foreign Legion, we're going to train you. You don't even need any training. We're going to teach you. As a matter of fact, we'd prefer if you didn't have training because we don't want somebody that's all messed up. We want to teach you your gun skills. You are a coward, and I'm a hero. This is a hero. You would never know what it's like, Paul, to be like this. You will never know what it's like to be president. You will never know. And you will never fight. And you will be on the wrong side of history. And all you have to do is sign up on this form right now, and you can go fight.
Thank you for your public comments.
Thank you.
Your time is over.
You can watch a lot of those on YouTube. Spend an entire afternoon chuckling and learning. Alex Stein is the host of The Conspiracy Castle with number 99 Alex Stein, and we're happy to have him join us for the first time tonight. Alex Stein, it's great to meet you. How did you start doing this?
Tucker, man, it's such a pleasure, but let me tell you something, because we're under constant trauma-based mind control from the media, so what I did is I said, I'm not going to just lay down and let them control my life. So I said, I'm going to go start talking to these politicians. And I was dead serious at first. They disregarded me. When I said I didn't really think the lockdowns were effective, they didn't pay attention. So the crazier I got, I realized that's how you invoke a response. These people are what I call non-playable characters in the video game of life. They don't want to interact with us. When they get elected, they think all of a sudden we work for them, and that's not the case. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to put a mirror up to the mainstream media and show what the narrative is and how idiotic it is. Because everything I say is just regurgitated from Brian Stelter or Don Lemon and some idiot at CNN. So it's really actually pretty easy doing what I do, Tucker.
Well, there's a lot to unpack, but I want to go back to the first sentence. What is trauma-based mind control?
Well, it's when you turn on CNN, every single second you're going to see a death scroll. They're going to try to scare you because that's how they control you. They want to keep us in what is called fight or flight. They want everybody scared out of their mind so they can't make a decision. They don't only want us to see 1 inch in front of our face so we can't see the big picture. Because what happens is we have what is called the Mockingbird media. They admit the CIA has liaisons in every single form of our entertainment, from the radio, television, news, and film. So you have a media that will say Hunter Biden's laptop is fake, yet they have to come out 6 months later and say, oh no, that's real. And they're going to give us the crack pipe all day long, yet on that same laptop, there's supposedly child pornography on it. And these people don't care. Look at Ketanji Brown Jackson, who's about to be nominated to the Supreme Court. She's easy on child pornography. Do you think that's an accident, Tucker? None of this is done on accident. It is a purposeful destabilization of the middle class. And that's what I am. I'm a middle class person trying to save it. And I'm not here to virtue signal. I'm just saying I'm tired of being tinkled on and the government telling me it's raining.
Well, I agree with that. And you don't need to be a meteorologist to know when you're being tinkled on, I would say.
You really don't. No.
What's the response? You sort of have, as you watch the city council members, a little bit of contempt because they should know this is, they're being played. But you also feel a little sorry for them because they're totally overwhelmed. Like, what do they say to you?
Well, that's the thing is when you go to these meetings, Tucker, a lot of times people are nervous at the podium. I see people talking about how Child Protective Services took their kids or their neighbor's house caught on fire and their house got burned up and nobody's helping them. So people are nervous. So what I try to do is I try to put the heat on them. I want to make the politicians nervous of what I'm going to do. And the reason why is you go out there and all day long the news is going to tell us about the border between Ukraine and Russia. But I'm in Dallas, Texas, and the border between Texas and Mexico right now is just being flooded with sex trafficking, with the Chinese fentanyl that I've had friends and family die of. So the real war is right here in America, yet that this Biden administration wants to just confuse us and make us think that it's a valid excuse to go fight World War III, yet the military-industrial complex just lost a 20-year war in Afghanistan, and now they're chomping at the bit because, Tucker, the reason is our country is not being run by human beings. It's being run by multinational corporations that actually want to destabilize America in order to gain a global control. And that's what's happening. You look at these companies like Halliburton. You just look at all these companies that are destroying America on purpose, in my opinion, Tucker.
So you're not going to be on YouTube long, obviously. So I would just recommend to
No,
our
I'm
audience.
not.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Alex Stein. So if you want to catch the art he's already created, do so now. Thanks for joining us tonight. Alex Stein, good to see you.
Thank you, Tucker. You're a hero. Hey, Tucker, one last thing. Everybody says I'm baby Tucker, so if you're willing to submit to a DNA test and prove you're not my father, I would appreciate that because we're both good looking, we're both funny. We might be related, and you're my hero. Thank you, Tucker, again.
I don't think I'm old enough, but I appreciate the compliment. Alex Stein, thank you. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.